Love is big. Alexandra Eala accepts $45 million Zuckerberg deal to launch Court of Hope for Filipino children. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Alexandra Eala had spent her young career carving history. At only 20, she was already the face of Philippine tennis, celebrated not only for her booming forehand and relentless willpower, but also for the way she carried a nation's hope on her shoulders. But victory for Alex was never just about trophies. It was about meaning, about what her journey could do for others. And when a deal came that would change thousands of lives back home, Alex realized that her legacy might go far beyond the tennis court. The announcement. It was a sunny Manila morning when news broke across every outlet, from CNN Philippines to ESPN. Alexandra Eala accepts $45 million Zuckerberg deal to launch Court of Hope for Filipino children. The story caught the world by storm. The deal wasn't about sponsorship, endorsements, or vanity. It was a partnership with Mark Zuckerberg's philanthropic foundation designed to build world-class tennis courts, training centers, and educational hubs across the Philippines. Reporters swarmed. Fans screamed in disbelief. Parents wept with joy. For the first time, thousands of underprivileged children could dream not only of stepping onto a court, but also of receiving scholarships, mentorship, and hope. And at the center of it all stood Alex, smiling, her eyes glistening. "This isn't just for me," she said at the press conference. "This is for every Filipino child who dreams big but feels small. Court of Hope belongs to them." The private meeting. A month earlier, Alex had sat across from Mark Zuckerberg in a sleek conference room in Palo Alto. Mark leaned forward, adjusting his glasses. "You've already inspired millions with your tennis. But imagine if we build something bigger. A network of academies, not just for tennis, but for education, leadership, community. We'll fund it. You'll lead it." Alex hesitated at first. $45 million was no small amount, but the responsibility weighed heavier than money. She thought of the barefoot kids in Tonda playing with makeshift rackets, of the children in Davao who watched her matches from tiny shop TVs, of her own childhood sacrifices training far from home. And then she said, "Yes, let's build hope." Manila's grand reveal. When the foundation stone was laid for the first Court of Hope in Quezon City, it felt like a festival. Thousands gathered, waving Philippine flags and chanting her name. Children lined the front row, clutching tennis balls for autographs. Parents lifted toddlers on their shoulders so they could see. Alex stepped up to the podium, a ribbon pinned to her crisp white blouse. The court behind her gleamed in the sunlight, brand new, painted in vibrant blue and yellow, the Filipino sunburst at its center. "This is just the beginning," she said, voice steady though her heart raced. One court here, another in Cebu, then Davao, then across the islands. No Filipino child should ever feel that opportunity is out of reach. The crowd roared. Flashbacks of struggle. That night, Alex sat alone on the bleachers of the new court, her mind drifting back to her younger years. She remembered training in Spain, homesick, with blistered hands and sore legs. She remembered phone calls with her mother, who told her, "Anik, remember, you're not just playing for yourself, you're opening doors." She remembered losing matches, crying to towels, wondering if it was worth it. And now, here she was, building something that would outlast every victory and every defeat. Children of Hope. The first batch of kids arrived weeks later. Some wore slippers. Some had never held a real racket before. But when Alex walked onto court, they screamed with joy. "Coach Alex!" one little girl yelled, running forward with a tennis ball clutched in her hand. Alex laughed, kneeling down. "Not coach," ate Alex. She spent the afternoon teaching them forehand grips, playing silly games, and cheering as they hit balls into the net. Sweat soaked her shirt, but she had never felt so alive. A boy approached her shyly at the end. "Miss Alex, do you think I can be like you one day?" She bent down, looking into his hopeful eyes. "You'll be greater than me. This court is yours now." The critics. Not everyone celebrated. Some skeptics claimed the deal was just PR for Zuckerberg. Others said $45 million wasn't enough. that it was a drop in the bucket of what was truly needed. But Alex ignored the noise. She knew the truth. Every net, every ball, every scholarship mattered. And she had something critics didn't. The smiles of the children. The world reacts. International media picked up the story. ESPN, tennis star Eala turns court into classroom of dreams. BBC, from Manila to the world, Eala's $45 million Hope Project inspires global athletes. New York Times, beyond medals, the Filipino star redefining legacy. Other athletes began calling. Serena Williams sent a personal note. Proud of you, Alex. Legacy isn't trophies. It's what you leave behind. Rafael Nadal, her mentor, messaged, this is the real victory. Keep going, champion. The Festival of Dreams. By year's end, 5 courts of hope had opened across the Philippines. Each launch felt like Christmas. Bands played, balloons floated into the sky, and children filled the courts like bees to flowers. One night in Cebu, under fairy lights strung across the bleachers, Alex watched hundreds of children rallying on the brand-new courts. She felt her throat tighten. This was bigger than tennis. This was a revolution. The hard days. It wasn't all celebration. Construction delays, funding battles, and political wrangling often slowed progress. Some nights, Alex sat in her room, crying from exhaustion, torn between training for her matches and managing the project. But each time, her phone buzzed with photos. Kids smiling on the courts, parents sending thank you notes. And she whispered to herself, keep going. Love is bigger. The legacy begins. A year later, the first Court of Hope games were held. Children from across the islands competed in friendly matches, showing not only their talent but their growth. Alex gave out medals, hugged winners and losers alike, and reminded them, what matters is you believe in yourselves. In the stands, parents wept, reporters scribbled, cameras flashed. But in that moment, it wasn't about headlines. It was about a dream finally becoming real. Epilogue, a court that never ends. Years from now, when Alex's professional career winds down, the courts of hope will still stand. They will echo with the laughter of children, the thud of balls on concrete, the squeak of shoes chasing dreams. And every child who steps onto those courts will know one truth. Love is big enough to build more than champions. It builds hope. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.